to tell you something you may wanna know. You know things, they're not always what they appear to be. And I don't want to happen to you what happened to me. Listen, there are no words that can describe what I felt inside when I found out the man I loved another guy. We were at a party, oh, to have a little fun. But when I looked around, my man was missing. I walked outside, I couldn't believe my eyes. He was in Bill's arms, breathing hard and French kissing. I was ready for Mary, Susan, Helen, and Jane. When all the time it was Bill that was sleeping with my man. Yeah, Bill has been to my house 1,000 times. He and my man would go camping and fishing. Oh, I tell you, it never crossed my mind. Bill was a friend, and he was God uncle to my only son. Now it looks like Uncle Billy wants to be his stepmom. See, I was ready for Mary. I was ready for Jane. How do a woman compete with a man for another man? I asked my man, why didn't you tell me that you were gay when you knew I built my world around you? And here's what he had to say. I knew I had those feelings, and I didn't want it to be. See, I thought about being with you, girl, I thought it would change me. As tears came to my eyes, he says, I'm sorry I hurt you so, but I gotta pack, Bill's waiting for me, and oh girl, I've got to go. I was ready for Barbara, for Kim, Betty, and Jane. When all the time it was me, she was sleeping with my man. I don't feel ashamed, oh, and I don't take the blame. My man was just a queen. He was a queen that thought he was a king. He told me before he left, he says, I know you're hurt. Ooh, and I know you're mad. But if he says, not asking too much, baby, could you tell my son I love him and I'm still his dad? I was ready for Mary, Susan, and Jane. When missing my food. I used to long bill my money. All the time you was in there trying to get my honey.
I took a hit for the team. Took a bullet for the dream that we would one day all be free, free from prejudice, free from sexism, free from bigotry. I die for creativity. I die for freedom to be free. I died and left a legacy. Oh, but baby, I'm still live through technology. After the sun, comes the rain. And after the storm, the sun will start shining. What is a pain? And tears of pain. And tears of pain. And a dash of struggle, just be patient. Your destiny will manifest. Yes, photosynthesis.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? I hope everybody is doing well on this Wednesday evening. Let me cut the music down some. No shade. Hope everybody is doing well. Hopefully, we will not be here for too long. What's going on? I figured I'd come in a certain type of fashion that I guess some individuals like in reference to trade and shit. Hold on. What's going on, y'all? Let me fix my shit. Hello. I'm in my ski mag shit. What's going on? This is what they like. This is what the gays like, girl. They like this trade shit coming through. Fuck shit up. Rob your ass. And rob you of your booty hole and shit. This is what they like. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this bitch on. No shade. But anyway, what's going on? We got T for T in the building. What's up, T for T? What's going on, pimpin'? Is it gonna shut? There we go. What's going on? Make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Girl, I'm gonna have to find. Girl, can I do this? Girl, this. That's better. Yeah. Getting talking shit, about to choke myself out. And shit, what's going on? Can y'all hear me good? Are we clear? Girl. Oh, ridiculous. Way I look, girl. And it's a little warm here too, so I got my beater on. I just figured, hell, I'll just be nigga the fuck out. In a minute, I'm about to take this bitch up and just have my damn shit covered at the top. Because I can't do this shit, girl. I'm over here. I already put a little bit of weight on, so my face is a little rounder and shit. I'm over here looking like floating cupcake in the face. We got Queen Stevie says, look at that sexy fucking leprechaun. Ooh, not you over there dropping teaspoons in your panties. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Y'all good? I gotta fix this shit. I can't get this time else. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this bitch up to the top or something. This or something. There we go. That other shit was not it. Not do it. Anyway, what's going on, y'all? Hope everybody having a pretty good again Wednesday. We won't be here too long because we're definitely gonna be in the building with Boss Man Girl for his live later on tonight at 9:45. Okay, he's continuing. I think it's called the State of the Union address. Basically, the fuck around and find out shit. So motherfuckers about to deal with some shit. And I'm gonna be in the building, girl, because again, y'all had all the smokes for the fags, y'all had all the smoke for the trans people, y'all had all the smoke for black women, y'all had all the smoke for this stuff. And now that y'all president won, I want y'all to stand bold in y'all shit about supporting y'all president who has made this reality what it is today. And it's not my fault that happened, okay? But anyway, y'all, I am when it comes down to this topic, I'm going to try my best to be as objective as possible, but at the same damn time, though, no shade. We're going to speak things energetically because people cannot continue to keep doing the shit that they do and then expect to escape accountability as if though they're special and unique in some way. No. DL niggas need to also be held accountable for their bullshit. Point blank and the fuck period. It takes two to tango. All right? Now again, shout out to content creators like JEiiNCLUSIVE, shout out to him. Shout out to Troy's TV. Shout out to so many other content creators that are sharing their perspectives and opinions on this situation. And I'm going to do my own little shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm going to do for me. No shade. But, again, I'm going to remain as objective as possible. There are some things that I'm not going to be able to speak about because I am not trans, so I don't understand fully the trans experience. It's not my reality. You know what I mean? But at the same time, looking at it through the realm or the lens of empathy, even though this issue is surrounding someone of the trans experience, whenever there is a feminine aspect exposing the masculine energy, which is considered a prize, if you will, in the societal viewpoint, girl, we don't get into all that. And then also make sure that y'all go ahead and y'all support J. Charles, okay? His book, Blame It on the Dress, The Manufacturing of Black Homophobia. Make sure y'all go check that out, please. The link is in the description box below. I will be reading, again, a few excerpts from the chapter. I will not be reading the entire chapter, girl. I'm not going to give away the whole entire thing. So y'all going to have to download it or read it yourselves to be able to get into it. And I'm already on chapter 6, and I'm over here thinking about how I'm going to give my review in my BubzDaGawd theatrical type of way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just glad to be able to share little wisdoms, little wisdom, girl, what? Little nuggets of wisdom, if you will, just to be able to help the community. The individual that we'll be using in reference to their content is from a YouTuber by the name of, I think it's called JEiiNCLUSIVE. If I'm not mistaken, I probably butchered that, but if I did, please charge it to my head, not my heart. And we're going to use their videos to kind of break in this whole DL situation, especially with what's been happening as of late. And it's still going to be somewhat of an ongoing development. And there are different perspectives that are shared in this video. And I figured, hey, this is a great video to use as a springboard to have a greater conversation. Because I'm glad that a lot of queer content creators are starting to scratch the tip of the iceberg. But how many of us are willing to like actually dive into that shit? And I guess I'm just going to be one of the individuals to do it. So, I'm so glad I got these headphones because some other ones were so fucking bulbous and shit. Let's see who else we got in here. Queen Steve said, wait till Deshaun see this. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I had the ski mask on. Yes, because that's what y'all say y'all like. Some of y'all just some freaks. Al says, Al's doing, oh, yes, he is. We should let your ass speak first, Queen Stevie, so you can get all your shit out so that once you get your stuff out, you can fall asleep, baby. Because one thing I'm not going to fight you on is sleep. I love sleep. Sleep is amazing. Okay? We got boy Crazy in the building. What's going on, pimpin'? CTV said it best yesterday as it pertains to the ex-gay movement and DL culture. We're going to get into that. Yes, little wisdom. Yes, little wisdom. We got Harold in the motherfucking building. What's going on, big pimpin'? Big pimpin'. And then cheese. Shout out to y'all in the building. Okay, girl. Let's go. Well, before we do this shit, I never have this pulled up at all. Damn. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. 1 second. Now you would think that with my ass saying this shit multiple times, all the time, girl, continuously, I would have this shit memorized, but I don't. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All the videos, songs, images, and graphics used in this live belong to their respective owners, and BubzDaGawd does not claim any motherfucking right over any of this, okay? I'm just here to use y'all shit, y'all intellectual content. Girl, is intellectual. It's supposed to help us, right? Intellectual content. I'm just here to be able to give my commentary on your intellectual content that you put on YouTube for free, okay? And I give y'all permission to use my content as well. If you agree, disagree, I don't give a fuck. All I'm asking is that y'all tag me in it so I know that it's real. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's fair. But anyway, y'all, let's get into the motherfucking video, bitch. Oh, girl, I'm not even on the screen. Here I am. There I am. They're like, where is it? We can hear him. Boom, there he is. But before we get into the video, actually, let me read something again from Blame It on the Dress, the manufacturing of black homophobia and performative masculinity. Okay, this is from chapter 5, entitled The Man is the Prize, the mythology of straight male superiority. Again, we're not going to get into the entire chapter. I'm just going to give y'all little intros or little nuggets again, or in my other words, little wisdoms and shit, to be able to kind of make this make more sense in a more of a energetic and psychological perspective, okay? It says here, masculinity, the gold standard of validation. Matter of fact, do y'all kind of want like a little glimpse of what I'm thinking about doing creatively in reference to how I'm going to probably go about editing and doing my review? Matter of fact, we'll do that. Hold on. It's going to be a little bit different. For those of you that fuck with BubzDaGawd, y'all kind of know what I'm on, but give me 1 second. Cut this music down some. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Where we at? Can we do this one? Yeah, it's the one. Hold on. Y'all just rock with me. Y'all just rock with me. Okay? Y'all just rock with me. Follow me on this. And I'm going to read it to you, okay? Because, you know, niggas love, you need the theatrical for niggas. So let me help you out with that.
Masculinity, the gold standard of validation. In the black community, the narrative that positions men, specifically heterosexual black men, as the ultimate prize is so deeply embedded that it often goes unchallenged. From childhood, we are fed the same story. Men are providers, protectors, and leaders, the ones to pursue, to impress, to center. The messaging is clear. Bitch, my motherfucking shit better be on. Is the damn thing on? Hold on. Okay, I wanted to make sure the mic is on. I'm still traumatized from that last time. The messaging is clear. A black man with resources, ambition, and masculinity is the rarest gem, the pinnacle of success for both women and, whether acknowledged or not, other men. This belief system is not just about relationships, it shapes power dynamics, social hierarchies, and even the way we perceive our own worth. But there's a contradiction at the heart of this prize mentality. If masculine men are the prize, why do so many black women and black gay men, those most conditioned to chase this prize, end up feeling devalued, disrespected, and discarded? Why does this supposed prize offer so little fulfillment, safety, or genuine partnership? The answer lies in the mythology itself. The prize isn't about men being inherently more valuable. It's about power, control, and validation. It's about a community conditioned to worship masculinity while devaluing femininity. When a community devalues women while glorifying men, it creates an inevitable consequence. Boys internalize the belief that masculinity is the highest form of value. Attraction, admiration, and even love becomes less about connection and more about achieving proximity to power. This conditioning doesn't just shape heterosexual relationships. It profoundly impacts how Black gay boys and men see themselves and each other. If men are the prize, why does that mean if men are the prize, what does that mean for boys who are taught to desire men? How does that shape their understanding of love, sex, and self-worth? The prize mentality is more than a social script. It's an indoctrination. And like all indoctrinations, it thrives on hierarchy, exclusion, and unspoken contradictions. This chapter will unpack how the mythology of straight male superiority distorts relationships, fuels competition, and leaves both Black women and Black gay men chasing validation from men who were never taught to value them in return.
So what y'all think about that? That's kind of how I want to do like my reviews for it, because no shade, energetically, we are in this place. We are in the sunken place. I want y'all to understand that. We are in the sunken place. So I have to meet people where they at. And again, as Jasmine Garden said, you can put a book out, you can do videos and shit showing motherfuckers, girl, but if it ain't got no theatrical aspect to it, because niggas love extravagant shit, they're not going to be able to digest it. So how do y'all feel about that? Because I was thinking about that. But anyway, now that I've read that, let's get into the actual video. And again, this video is from JEiiNCLUSIVE. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is how you pronounce it. So again, wait, hold on. We got Boss Man in the building. What's going on, bro? What's going on? We got Boss Man in the building, y'all. Make sure y'all in the building tonight at 9:45. Anyway, let's get into the video.
Welcome to another episode of JEiiNCLUSIVE. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, and set your notifications on so you are alerted every time I upload.
We all play a part in the down low man.
Over the weekend, a beautiful 30-year-old trans woman named Aaliyah Zani began going viral on TikTok after TikTokers started reposting clips of a video she made on Facebook, which has now been coined as the Houston Down Low List. The original video, which she titled Let's Play Spot Your N***, is a 17-minute long screen recording of her scrolling through her Instagram messages, revealing the names and photos of alleged down low men who have messaged her. On occasion, she clicks on the messages where the men responded to her, then scrolls through the conversations with these men, revealing salacious detail, which has sparked a debate on social media with people being on both sides. So let's get into what the people are saying.
Yeah, let's hear what y'all
and then I will come back with my commentary, which if you've watched this hour-long video about Hollywood men being exposed by trans women I posted a few months ago, then you already know how I feel.
It's a DL list going around in Houston, and I just moved here and I can't find it. Somebody who got that.
So there's a quote-unquote DL list going around in Houston, and a lot of people are going crazy like, oh my God, send me the list. I need to know. I need to know who to stay away from. And I have a different opinion about this, and I feel like some people are going to disagree with it, but it's the truth. First, let's talk about double standards. A lot of women I know dibbled and dabbled with both genders. And guess what society does? turn a blind eye to it, majority of the time. But when a man likes another man and also another woman, it's, stay away from me, he's hazardous. When will we as society stop shaming these men that like both genders? Y'all wonder why we have a term DL now? Because society makes these men fearful to come out. Y'all are saying be honest, but y'all never open a space for these men to be honest. Like genuinely honest, without saying it in disgust. Yes, everyone should be honest about who they love, but we need to start having a different approach when it comes to these type of topics.
You're gay men in Houston.
Now, before we go forward, that's why I made sure to read the beginning part of that. And again, make sure y'all go ahead and support J. Charles by reading and purchasing and reading Blame It on the Dress. It breaks it down in reference to how all this shit got started. If you do your research, especially with us as black people in our lineage in Africa, we were more indigenous. We were more connected to the earth. We were more connected to the vibration of love. So therefore, there were so many different unique expressions of love, including queer love. It was when Europeans came through and colonized and did what they did, they ended up sharing their European perspective, their religion, all these things, and projected it onto black people. And black people unconsciously have been supporting a European idea to our detriment. And one of those European ideas is homophobia, queerphobia, transphobia, whatever you want to call it, the phobia of individuals who are quote unquote different in reference to sexuality, sexual expression, or gender identity. But as I read earlier about the whole prize mentality, we have been taught that masculinity is the prize to be sought after. Which is why, again, when it comes down to gay men, because even though this involves a trans woman, and we will definitely talk about that, but again, empathically, energetically, right? We can share the same sentiments, the same energetic expressions dealing with black men, and especially if you are a feminine individual with expressions dealing with a masculine individual who operates in toxic masculinity, which means that he is not in his divine masculinity, which is also about nurturing and loving as well. Divine masculinity allows the feminine aspect of itself to become complementary to that. And society has taught us as men, whether you're gay or straight, that you are not validated until you conquer somebody, which means you conquer their body. And then those who are part of the feminine aspect in this society, they are taught that they are not validated or valued until a man chooses them. And then what happens is that even though people are following that dynamic, there is still issues and problems. And I get it. Well, everybody gonna have their issues and their problems. You're absolutely right. But you ain't gotta be like everybody the fuck else. You can lessen those problems if you choose to. The question is, do you want to? And as the title reads, homophobia affects everybody. So y'all sit up here, I'm dropping shit. So y'all sit up here and say that y'all want queer people to walk in their truth. You want the DL culture to be diminished. You want it to be minimized. And you low-key want to know what the fuck going on to see if your nigga or a nigga you fucked with is in there. But then if you were to find out that information, what are you going to do with that information that's going to benefit you? What are you going to do? But then it's crazy because there is a double standard. When you sit up here and tell queer people to just walk in their truth and be you and God see it anyway, but then when we do that, then y'all want us to not walk in truth. Y'all want us to walk in this falsified sense of truth, which really means stay in the closet. So y'all mad, and y'all push motherfuckers in the closet and then get mad when the motherfuckers that can come into the closet and leave as they will, you find out who the fuck they are and then y'all gag. The only way to deal with this shit is y'all gonna have to learn how to love and accept and include queer people into this reality. Because if you don't, that queerphobia will find a way to affect your ass. Because again, the DL community, this is something that is demonized, that is ostracized. And because of that demonization and ostracization, a lot of women, unfortunately, are paying the price for it. You see how this shit affects all of us? But anyway, let's continue. while I get my shit.
I need y'all to do exactly what that boy did yesterday. Post them DMs. We know the DMs is in there. First of all, this nigga got the whole Facebook and Instagram hot. Still, hours later. A whole day later. Y'all, they calling homestead, homestead. I'm truly cracking up right now. But I just know it's more gay boys out there with more DL niggas in them DMs. So I just need us to all come together as a whole and expose them. And y'all better not go do nothing to that boy either. Just cause you gay, don't mean you need to go kill him. You already exposed, boo. Just did it. And stop calling him punks or niggas who on the DL. Y'all are punks.
Stop the car!
If you are going to try to defend someone, which this woman comes off as just wanting to know who's on the list to be messy, can we at least get trans women's pronouns correct?
Thank you.
Please.
That part. Can you please just get the pronouns right? But again, this is also, these individuals are kind of messy as well. And not only are they messy, I'm pretty sure they're nervous because maybe their nigga's on the platform. Their nigga is on the list. Maybe that's also the case. See, these right here be opportunities where people can have greater conversations about shit. But then when we get here, this is when people fumble and people fuck up at. Because this could also lead to a pathway of freedom of understanding. But I guess because we don't know how to learn from shit, we just gonna continue to murky this shit up and muddy this shit up more and more and more and more and more, and then get mad when the youth try to find a way to get up out this shit. The youth be more objective than you, more progressive than you, more aware than you, because they're not held down by your bullshit, by your traumas, by your ignorances and biases and all that type of shit. Oh, we got my sister Kimari in the building. Shout out to Kiki. Key. Okay, grandma, put the chat over there like this. Hold on. Here we go, because I got to see everything. Thank you so much. I agree. As a trans woman, please get our pronouns right. Yes, and I love my sister Key. I've been knowing her for over a decade. This is back when I had my old YouTube channel. Back in my former life. I was Joan of Arc in my former life. Let me see real quick, because y'all was talking. Queen Stevie says, because it is normalized for women to do it. Definitely not here for outing anyone. It's extremely dangerous. And let me not be hypocritical. In my younger days, I would say, hey, let's let the cat out the bag. But now it's not worth it, because sooner or later, what's done in the dark will come to the light. No shade. And if you don't expose it, somebody else will, because we're going to definitely talk about that exposing shit. CTV touched on divine feminine and masculinity. Exactly. Homophobia, and as our girl T.S. Madison said, transphobia affects all women. T for T says, too many trans, beaten, and or unalive due to the DL men panicking about being found out. And we're going to definitely get into that shit, because I got something I want to say to the DL niggas, girl. Like, y'all be making shit more complicated than what the fuck it needs to be. Harold says, just come on out. Come out of the closet so I'll know to treat you less than what society treats me. Exactly. And if you look out into the world and see the people who are the most homophobic, girl, when you start digging into their closet and seeing their skeletons, girl, it'd be like, oh, it makes so much sense why you project so much, girl, because you trying to prove something to your ass, girl. See how you be telling on yourself without my help? The fuck? If motherfuckers just shut the fuck up, they would have no damn problem. Queen Stevie says, if they're nervous, then he was never your man to begin with. Your man is our man too, baby. Just like we are. I'm your leprechaun, but not like that. I love y'all, I do, but baby, I know how to save my damn body. Okay? I'm practically damn ex-gay. I don't be having sex at all, girl, by choice. I be wanting to. Oh, I be wanting to, girl. No shade, girl. You know how I do, girl? Every time I go on Instagram, girl, and I just hit the search page, and all I'm seeing is just slim, thick, big booty motherfuckers, niggas twerking and shit. At the gym, bitch. At the motherfucking beach, bitch. Just everywhere. Just ass everywhere. And I'm a top in real life, girl. Fuck all that motherfucking, no, girl, I'm a top. I bet my height on that, and y'all know I don't have a lot of height, girl, so you know I'm for real about that shit, girl. So I love me some booty, bitch. But y'all only share of my energy, girl. You ain't gonna get none of this motherfucking leprechaun loving, baby. It's reserved for one person. One. Okay, why the fuck, girl? Okay, this shit had in my head and shit. T for T says they don't want to accept our pronouns, but want us to not call them fish or sis. Because again, we always the ones that have to be respectful of everybody and all that shit. Girl, be like, girl, fuck all that, girl. When my ass came through when y'all was talking shit on a certain platform, girl, and I let y'all ass have it, then all of a sudden, girl, oh, well, you need to come in with respect and be respectful. Hell no, girl. In order to get respect, you got to give it. Girl, and when you over here walking around like weighing like a baby hippo, bitch, I know you don't like sharing shit. I'm just saying. Harold says this is such a slippery slope, and you have to be cognizant, of who just wants to get close to you, or who just want to get close to you to get the tea or see if their man is on the DL. And shout out to Kimara. You work on a new cover? Oh yeah, by the way, she throw down. She know how to sing, y'all. She sung this one Mariah Carey version of I'll Be There, and I almost threw my damn phone. I was about to say, bitch, on Cash App, you owe me a new phone. Queen Stevie says, and you know what they did. And you know what? They did the same exact thing to Lil Nas X when he first came out. Basically forced him out of the closet, and then when he came out, of course, the black community did what they always do. And that is basically have a problem with his sexuality. Disown him. T for T says, I'm both-handed. Okay, come on, both-handedness. But anyway, let's get back into the video. And again, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to JEiiNCLUSIVE. Okay, again, I like the way they break things down, and they kind of keep me updated with some of the things in the community. So make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to them. Let's continue.
And thank you.
Apparently, Houston is in shambles, and y'all just not realizing it because a got online and dropped the whole DL receipt list like she was the IRS, okay? She posted all the DL bed in her inbox. DL baby daddies, pastors, the nigga that fits the alternator. I saw one of my old coworkers on that list, and I said, oh, that's why he used to bring 2 phones to work. But what really got me is y'all ain't mad at the men who sent the messages. Y'all mad at her for telling. Now listen, am I saying that everybody she posted was on the DL? No. What I'm saying is DL men exist in every city, but y'all love to play dumb about it. I saw one nigga on the internet talk about Houston turning into the new Atlanta. Correction, babe. Houston been the new Atlanta. Dallas been the new Atlanta. Detroit been the new Atlanta. St. Louis been the new Atlanta. DL men are at an all-time high, and it is not just in Atlanta, boo. You probably sitting next to a DL nigga right now and don't even know it. He texting his homeboy 3 heart eye emojis, and you still thinking they just close. Now let's get to the real issue here, okay? Y'all yelling DL men on the reason STD rates are so high, and I'm not saying that's not part of it, but the real gag is y'all raw dogging trust, ignoring the red flags, and thinking vibes is where it's at. Y'all out here getting tested less than y'all get oil changes. Fun fact, STD rates are a group project, babe. Stop just pointing at DL niggas when y'all ain't wrapped it up since 2001. Get tested, get on PrEP, and yes, you too, sis. PrEP is not just for gay men, it's for folks who don't like surprises and like sex. Word of advice though, them first 2 to 3 days you start taking PrEP, stay next to a toilet, cause baby, your stomach gonna be stomaching, okay? I think y'all should stop making jokes about Houston and Atlanta when your cousin from Baltimore, Milwaukee, and Compton out here doing the same thing. Meeting men in construction zones at 2 a.m. The DL combo is not just about gay folks, it's about responsibility. So whether you gay, straight, pan, or just horny, protect yourself. Because, baby, it ain't about who's gay that you gotta worry about. It's who's lying to you.
Let me talk. Now, before we go forward, because, again, we're dealing with DL. So, again, DL is, societally speaking, is the masculine aspect. There are even gay men who try to walk in the heteronormative idea of what a man is by being masculine. And sometimes it's not even actually who they are. Like, I say I'm a soft top girl, and motherfuckers automatically think that I'm just in there talking about some, yes, bro, yes, you like that, nigga? You like when daddy hits you? No, that's not the case. It's the fact of being a soft top meaning that your ass is going to be nurturing and loving. not just while you're doing the do, but what happens beyond that. Okay? So again, since we're dealing with masculinity, let's go back to an excerpt again from Blame It on the Dress. And again, Jay, if you watching, don't be trying to sue me, because that nigga low key has a lawyer's degree and shit. So don't be sitting up here trying to sue me, bitch, because I'm gonna let your ass know right now in this moment in time in my life, girl, if you sue me, you would just be practicing, okay? I am just here to share information and also make sure that people go purchase your book, because even when I do my review, I'm not going to review the entire book. I'm going to review certain chapters or aspects in the book that resonate with me and use clips with it in my own theatrical way. But anyway, let's go back to that theatrical shit, shall we?
Black heterosexual men as social capital. In the black community, heterosexual black men are positioned as social capital. A good black man is seen as rare, desirable, and worth fighting for. This scarcity complex reinforces competition among women, among queer men, and even among straight men. Everyone is vying for proximity to the prize, not because of who the man is, but because of what his validation represents. What does trade do? Trade validates in that sense because individuals like being connected to that masculine aspect. That's a proxy that they're connected to, which is why they're okay with getting the bare minimum, but at least I'm getting something from that masculine energy, when in actuality, you deserve so much more than that. For black women, this conditioning starts early. They are taught that their worth is tied to the ability to secure a man, that a relationship with a good black man is the ultimate achievement. This dynamic creates imbalanced relationships where women are expected to perform emotional labor, tolerate disrespect, and sacrifice their own needs, all in pursuit of a prize that offers little in return. For black gay boys and men, the conditioning is even more complex. We are taught to see straight masculine men as the prize, even when these men devalue, dismiss, or ridicule us. We learn to desire the very men who were taught to view us as inferior. And because the community frames men as the ultimate standard, we often internalize the belief that our own masculinity, no matter how authentic, will never measure up.
So with that being said, I kind of want to go back to that a little bit. Again, I'm trying to give y'all little nuggets of it. I don't want to tell y'all too much because then y'all wouldn't want to buy the book. But I want y'all to buy the book. And no shade, as I've been reading this book ever since it came out, just every day, because I tried to read a chapter or so every day, it's just like something comes out on YouTube or somebody sends me something that literally reinforces what the fuck is in this book. That's how I know that divine things are working. But I wanted to read that because, again, as black heterosexual men, they're seen as the social capital, that masculine aspect. And when it comes down to the whole DL aspect, there is a power dynamic there. I literally know someone who recently was dealing with trade and was trying to make it easy for trade, and trade ass was on some bullshit. I was like, first of all, for you to fumble a motherfucker like this, girl, especially when they make it easy for your ass, girl, use a dumb bitch, and probably the universe was protecting that individual, so shout out to the universe. But again, I've heard so many stories, listened to so many stories and accounts of people who fucked with trade, and it was never good. It may have been good in the moment because there was a trauma bond being established. But what I need for DL men to understand is that when you play these type of games in the dark, you cannot be mad at what is shown in the light. And the universe don't give a fuck if you're ready for it or not, because wouldn't the smart thing to do, as you know what, I'll just wait till the end to get to that point. I'll wait till the end to get to that point, because I definitely want to talk to them. And also the community that continues to reinforce that. We got King Hannibal in the building. What's going on, pimpin'? King Hannibal, I know that you are a heterosexual individual, but I believe you're objective enough to understand what it means in reference to self-love, because self-love is a universal thing. So I would love to be able to hear your perspective on this, sir. So again, glad to have you in the building. Please make sure y'all hit that like button because it helps the channel to grow in the algorithms. We're at 864, y'all. I was at a drought for a second, but we on the way up to the road to 1K. By you liking, it helps my channel to get there. Okay, if you like the vibes over here on BubzDaGawd and how we think, the entertainment aspect, girl, the fact that my ass be stuttering and losing my thoughts and sometimes making a fool of my damn self, girl, and you like that shit, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all of my content, whether it's, you know, live or edited. Okay, you want to screen record and give your commentary on my shit, I don't give a damn. Just make sure you tag me at BubzDaGawd so I know it's real. And if you definitely want to hit a nigga up in the Cash App, you can, okay? Because I take the greens. Got the greens. We got the greens. But yes, people be responsible to what that individual said in the video. First of all, if you're gonna have sex, make sure you wrap it up. I know people want to have condomless sex, girl, but PrEP ain't gonna protect you from everything. There is still some shit that you can get that you cannot get rid of, girl. Now, if you want to walk around, girl, living your life, slinging your Nestle Crunch dick, girl, and having green ooze slime out your shit, girl, but you still want to sling that motherfucker, girl, by all means, go ahead. It's always gonna be somebody who don't give a fuck, girl. But all I'm saying is, if y'all gonna sit up here and y'all gonna fuck and y'all can't control yourselves in the sense, you just gotta get some. Just make sure you do it in the safest way possible so that you can completely let your hair down. Not just in the moment, girl, but be able to keep your hair down afterwards as opposed to, oh my God, girl, what was I thinking? It's gonna be a lot of, oh my God, what the fuck was I thinking, girl? Yeah, you should have asked yourself what the fuck you was thinking in the midst of all that shit. Oh, King Hannibal says, I'm not heterosexual, I'm just bi. My bad, I'm sorry. See, I'm over here projecting. I stand corrected. I'm over here thinking. I'm over here assuming people straight until they tell me. But shout out to you say you bi. Okay, shout out. We got the bis in the building. Shout out to the bis. I feel good. I got trans people watching me and bisexual people watching me and some straight people watching me in the bushes, girl. And it's so wonderful to know that. Shout out to y'all doing y'all big one. Okay? My bad. I'm over here just projecting and shit. Unlike other motherfuckers, I can admit when I'm wrong. You might say, who all is here for the voice effects? Oh, girl. I've always been a theatrical ass nigga, girl. It's just I'm learning how to let more of that out, bitch. No shade. And I'm gonna definitely give y'all vocal drama with my narrative. I'm gonna scare y'all and then turn y'all on at the same time. It's a damn shame Deshaun ain't here, girl. You know what? Deshaun probably is here, girl, but he probably want to get in the shower because every time I go live, he want to get in the shower, girl. Especially when he on the damn panel, girl. I'd be like, okay, you fuck around and get this damn channel shut down, we gonna have a damn problem in this bitch, girl. Girl. We got Chief Soul Survivor. It's good to see you. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Hope all is well with you. Didn't JT say there was no such thing as bi? Well, hell no, it wouldn't. Oh, you talking about, I thought you talking about JT as far as Carisha, girl. But yes, an individual said there's no such thing as bi. Girl. That's like asking him his opinion on hair. What type of haircut should I get? What you think? Why would I ask somebody with no hair about a haircut? It's like asking somebody with no hair, girl, about hairline shit. How that work? Himari says, no ma'am, it's not cute being like that guy on Facebook spreading STDs with bumps and pus. No. But again, it also shows that there are some people who do not love themselves. They don't honor and value themselves. And when I tell y'all this shit is deep, again, make sure y'all go read this motherfucking book, bitch. The way that I be reading with the damn voice and shit, I be sitting here high as hell, girl, reading this shit the same fucking way. Because that's a form of manifestation. You got to manifest it in this realm, girl, to get it going, to actually let it come the fuck in. But yes, there are some people who just do not care. It's deep. There are people who are hurting, people who have not healed from past experiences as children. Y'all talk about protected children so goddamn much, but meanwhile, the children grow up to become fucked up adults, girl. And I realize that some of them are fucked up because I be talking to some of them on these platforms. And even though you fucked up or been fucked up, doesn't mean you gotta stay fucked up, girl. I'm even in a place in my life, girl, where the universe is getting ready to take me to the next fucking level, girl. And I'm over here nervous as hell, anxious as hell, girl. But there's still something that's telling me to move the fuck forward. That's exactly how I was able to get the fuck out the closet, because the closet is a place for people to do what the hell they want to do, but they don't have the courage to stand in that shit, but yet want to go out into the world and pretend and perform like they know what the fuck they're talking about, girl. And when I tell you that shit coming around for everybody, girl, it's coming around for everybody, which is why I'm doing my best to love my damn self, so that when my shit come by, girl, I ain't got to worry about falling on my damn face and then having dark ass thoughts like self-deletion, girl, or just want to blow people's heads off because now my shit coming out that I can't deal with. A wise mystic once said, girl, CTV said it, girl. CTV said, girl, expose yourself, bitch. Expose yourself now. Tell your tea now, girl, why you have control of the narrative. Because once these other thirsty assholes out here who are desperate for distractions, girl, once they get a hold of it, they gonna tell your story for you. I told y'all queerphobia affects everybody. Y'all thought I was lying in this bitch? Y'all thought I was playing in this mug? The queer people trying to help some of you motherfuckers out, girl. And even though there's going to be some people who are going to disagree with some of my perspective later on tonight, girl, I'm just in a little bit of a more militant space, girl, because with certain things, girl, it's like, come on, girl, what? It's us. It's us. If shit ain't changing, girl, and all we do is complain about shit, girl, it's us. It's us. We got to do something different, girl. That's why self-love is important, so you can rely on yourself. Because there will come a time where whatever you use as a way to distract yourself or to get your information from, the universe will find a way to shut all that shit the fuck off. And it's just going to be you. And some people are going to fall. And some people are going to be like me, myself, and I. That's all I got. And in the end, that's what I found out. So which person are you going to be? No shade. But let's continue with this. The DL list from Houston.
To y'all about these DL lists, right? So there's a DL list that's going around for Houston, Texas. And people who don't know what DL is this download for like download men or whatever. And I understand that everybody want to know if they make sure they ain't sleep with somebody that's DL and stuff like that. I completely, wholeheartedly understand the concept. And I understand that some people just get a thrill out of knowing other people's business. But these DL lists gonna get y'all killed. I just want to let y'all know that these DL lists is gonna get y'all unalived because people go to great lengths to hide their secrets for some random person to expose them. There has been trans people, there have been other members of the LGBTQ community that have been unalived for the exact same thing. And it's a lot of them. So you playing with your damn life. You're going to be exposing somebody and they're going to expose you to the Lord because that's where you're going to be. You're going to be up there with God trying to explain to God how the hell you got up there. Like, this is a dangerous game. Like, I don't understand why people play this.
In the last 3 months.
Now, before they give their commentary, let's talk about that for a little bit. That was one thing that was brought to my attention in reference to why expose them? Why expose them? Because when you expose these individuals, you know what they're going to do. You know what's going to happen. You know there is this warning that we all unconsciously, through fear, pay attention to. And then when you have individuals who have unalived queer people, like for example, there was some, I think a case about, I want to say anywhere from like 5 to 10 years ago here in Detroit, girl, where an individual unalived 3 queer people, one of them being a trans woman. But when those things happen, or the individuals who unalive those people are then held in custody, and we look at the comment sections underneath these motherfucking videos, we see exactly what the fuck the black community thinks about the queer community, especially when it comes down to trans women of color. And don't let that trans woman be a dark-skinned trans woman either. See, I remember certain motherfuckers talking about community work. And I know this person and that person and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. Well, there are some individuals who do all that work to get recognition, girl. To get close to proximity and power. I understand that, girl. And then there are some of us, girl, who do the real fucking work. The real emotional work. The real healing work, girl. And I was taught by a badass bitch, girl, so I don't just talk out the side of my damn neck, girl. Nigga being challenged right now, spiritually and emotionally, girl. And even though my ass be sitting there kind of shaking a little bit and kind of be nervous and stuff, I'm still gonna walk forward. I'm gonna be talking my shit and speaking how the fuck I feel, girl, but I'ma still go, yep, I'm gonna do all that, and all that is permitted, but that's how you get to healing. But for the individuals who are DL, who go and do this shit, again, what's done in the dark will come to the light, and not everybody that you come into contact with. That's why you need to be careful on who you just be fucking, because you don't know that person or what energy they have. They could be just as broken or more broken than you, that don't give a fuck and then put all your shit on blast. So let's say what happened. Let's say you end up unaliving that person, because that's the fear for this trans woman, that they're going to unalive her. And if they're going to unalive her, and y'all know that, where's the queer community at to be able to protect this trans woman? Where are the black gay men that live for trans women and want to be, the keepers of the sisters, girl? Why are y'all not making sure that she okay? Why are y'all not following her ass around? Why are y'all not staying at her house? Why are you not making sure that she is safe from this inevitable danger, this looming danger? Because now, no shade, even though she lost her life, she told the truth. And unfortunately, it seems like in this country, girl, when you tell the fucking truth, you lose your damn life. When those same DL niggas could just simply fuck around with other DL niggas. There are niggas right now that look masculine as fuck, be sitting there talking like this.
Hey, what's going on, bro? What's going on? What's going on, Brody? Hey, what's going on, nigga? I got that motherfucker Zah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, my bitch acting crazy, bro. Like, damn. But I told her that I was gonna stay the night over here, like get drunk and shit. And you know how motherfucking good my head game be when I be drunk, nigga. And you got the Hennessy, nigga, and they be sitting there, girl, talking all like this. There are masculine, down low men that be in the streets. What's up, bro? All that type of shit, girl. But when it's time to do the do, girl.
Oh, daddy, all that, girl.
They be throwing their legs up in the air talking about, nigga, fuck me. Now, I haven't met no masculine nigga that's a bottom like that. And again, I've never dated a masculine nigga, but I'm not against it. So if you a masculine ass nigga who a bottom, girl, and you got some good energy and vibes and shit, and we get to that point, girl, I wouldn't mind seeing a nigga throw his legs up in the air, because that would be different. No shade. But there are men out there that would be able to give you that quote unquote feminine fantasy, girl. Wouldn't it be smart? Because again, 2 DL niggas, y'all both got baby mamas, y'all both got wives, y'all both got girlfriends, y'all both got responsibilities and shit, y'all both got this world that you're trying to uphold and upkeep. Wouldn't it be smart for you to get with another DL nigga, girl, and y'all go ahead and do DL nigga shit in the midst of the darkest part of the closet, girl, because y'all both got something to lose? The problem is y'all be fucking with openly gay individuals, girl, and then you want them to alter their life to accommodate you. And a lot of times the shit that y'all be bringing to the table ain't worth accommodating, because if it was, girl. Because if it was, some of you niggas wouldn't be baby daddies. Some of y'all would have wives and y'all would be so good and happy with your wife because your wife would be gripping the hell out of that helmet down there and sucking your soul through your goddamn booty hole, bitch. Suck your shit so good, girl. You wake up with the damn fucking sheets in your ass, girl, because she was just the fucking Hoover vacuum cleaner. But no shade, and this is the part where people probably gonna feel some type of way about me and no shade. Again, DL niggas, y'all don't get to sit up here and dictate how all this shit happens, girl. Eventually, whatever you do in the dark is going to come back for you in the light, and you can't get mad when you are fucking exposed. Especially when you're fucking with people who are already walking in the light and you ask them to come into the closet with your ass. So for that black trans women to expose all those niggas, I understand the detriment to her for that, but no shade, that may be able to create greater conversations about the dynamic of how the black community at large plays into queerphobia and then feels some type of way when queerphobia affect them and they ain't quote unquote gay. Tyler Perry, drag queen ass girl, said in one of his songs, girl, ain't it funny? How life rolls around. The same people you meet coming up, you see them coming down. Ain't it funny how you need me now? Give me a feminine nigga every day, any day, girl. Because you got to be confident to be with a nigga that's feminine, no shade, girl. You got to be able to have confidence in yourself, bitch. And I aspire to a level of confidence of not giving a fuck what a motherfucker think or what they say. Now, I will give a fuck when motherfuckers try to do shit. Then once you start doing stuff, then we got a problem in the issue, pimping. Harold said, if you're an active participant in sexual intercourse, chances are you already have had sex with a DL person unbeknownst to you, not expose you to the Lord, okay? He ain't lying. T for T said, just happened here a few months ago. Harold said another story out of Detroit like a couple years ago. A man unalived his wife because she found out he had a boyfriend on the side and confronted him about it. King Hannibal says if the black community just accepted that bisexual men existed, most of the issues wouldn't occur. And to that point, but again, you have black men who have told me, girl, who had motherfucking sweat and steam coming off the top of the Mr. Clean Head, girl, telling me that there is no such thing as bisexual men. You either just straight or you gay. That's it. As if though this nigga just sat with God yesterday and had a conversation and asked him this question and he came to tell us. And even me as a queer person, I had to accept that bisexual people exist as well, because let's be real. There was a point in time where I was ignorant to where it was like, well, I don't want to date somebody that's bisexual because what if they want to be with me for a little while and then when they get older and shit, then they want to be on some ex-gay shit talking about, oh no, I can't do this anymore. The Lord done woke me up, girl. I don't know if I want to do this and I'm going to be with a wife and shit. There was that fear there. But then I had to also accept the fact that there are people in this world that have the capacity to be attracted to both genders, just like how there are people in the world who have the capacity to love more than one person romantically. Everybody's not going to be able to subscribe to monogamy. There are some people who are going to find more joy and more community and love and freedom in polygamy. Find what is yours. Just communicate what the fuck you want. Don't be trying to sit up here and hide shit. Just say what the fuck you want and then try to make that shit work. Because all this other bullshit with expectations and stuff gets us all fucked up. T for T says, not really, because eventually one of the DLs get tired of hiding and wants to be free, and that scares the DL that doesn't want to come out. So damn, so again, whether it's a openly feminine gay nigga who is walking in his truth or a nigga who in the closet with you, and eventually somebody gonna walk in their truth. So the universe is telling you, nigga, you can do this shit as far as a training ground, girl. You can train and pretend like you gay, girl, like shadow boxing, bitch. You can shadow box in the motherfucking closet, girl, but when it's time to go out into the ring, bitch, you need to show us what the fuck you been working on. So damn. At this damn point, you might as well just beat your shit like it owes you money and call it a day. It's said that, or you probably say it's sad. I'm gonna say it's said that most people fall somewhere on the bisexual spectrum. Okay, it's said. Okay, who knows, girl? And for me, I don't find females attractive. I haven't found one that was attractive to where I want to try some shit. I'm sorry. I like men. Okay, I like the same gender. Okay, shout out to the bisexual people, and again, I'm glad y'all in the world so that some of us don't have to do it. No shade. That's why I give you guys reverence.
I have covered the cases of 6 black trans women who have lost their lives to violence. 2 of them are still being investigated. No suspects, no motives. These 2, the perpetrators, were arrested and are waiting trial. The last 2, the trans women threatened to out these men, threats that were indeed true, as police found evidence of said threats on each of these women's social media and text messages.
Family of a transgender woman is now mourning the loss of their loved one right before the Christmas holiday. Earlier this week, 18-year-old Cameron Thompson was shot and killed in Tuscaloosa.
Authorities tell me they believe the cause of the homicide is related to comments the victim made online regarding the suspect's sexual preference.
Police say someone shot and killed Dior early February 21st near 95th and Brown Deer.
Facebook conversations between Dior and Steed revealed that they had planned to meet around Valentine's Day. However, when Dior disclosed that she was transgender, Steed told officers that he declined to meet with her. Following this, Dior allegedly threatened to expose him publicly unless he sent her money.
Prosecutors say the two were messaging each other on Facebook for a month before meeting in person. Investigators say when they went through Dior's phone, they came across a Facebook conversation where Dior was threatening to expose Steed for having relations with a transgender woman and demanded Steed pay her. When investigators showed Steed a picture of Dior, prosecutors said Steed replied, quote, "I know dude as just a blackmailer," and quote, "You would think it's a female."
And yet we still have trans women weaponizing their gender identity, women who willingly choose to engage with down low men, still exposing them online.
As a woman, I gain nothing from showing a list of men who are attracted to me. Let's sit with this because it's complex. If you are a trans woman and you believe yourself to be a woman too, what exactly was there to expose? Because weaponizing your transness to shame attraction to you doesn't push the movement forward. It muddies the water. As a Houston native, I want to talk about what's happening in Houston right now. A trans woman exposed the DMs of a lot of men, implying they were all down low. And as usual, social media is spiraling. Let's unpack it. Social media will have you believing most men are DL. I don't believe that. I do believe many women have been in relationships with bisexual men, sometimes knowing, sometimes without knowing. And that's the real issue. Deception, cheating, recklessness. Taking my choice away. And that applies across the board, not in just DL situations. DL culture is dangerous. These men have hurt people. They can and will unalive men, women, that includes trans women, to keep their secret. So being someone's emotional and sexual dumping ground while they hide who they are is not a flex. You do not get an award for that. Now let's talk about Black women, because we often get scapegoated for DL culture. People say we are the reason these men stay closeted, but really it's patriarchy. Yes, Black women can uphold patriarchy, but we didn't create it and we hold the least power in it. I have seen some extremely homophobic takes from Black women, especially with that viral "who gonna be the boys" sound. And a lot of women weaponize disease in these conversations when the spread of STDs is not exclusive to DL men. Spread of disease isn't about identity, it's about behavior. Some DL men are more likely to engage in risky behavior, multiple partners, inconsistent condom use, avoiding testing, hiding the truth from partners. That secrecy is the danger, not the label. And when DL men and straight men engage in similar behavior, their HIV and STI transmission rates are similar as well. This is a public health issue, not just a DL issue. STDs are high across the board. We need to hold space for truth and nuance, accountability and compassion. It's about being honest and safe.
This clip.
Now, before we go forward with that, I do again want to read from, hey, and what's going on, Queen Spicy? Queen Spicy. What's going on? I kind of want to read again. This is from What chapter we in, girl? Chapter 5, the man is the prize. And again, I'm taking excerpts. So I don't want to see nothing about no damn cease and desist, nigga, because I ain't making no money off of this. And again, I'm low-key doing this as a way to promote your stuff because, again, I believe in what you're doing. No shade. I'm doing community work. So I'm also going to give people a little bit of shit. Okay? Before you get motherfuckers hooked, girl, you got to give them a little something. But let's go ahead and read it. Read this part. And this is from, again, a part of the book. And it's entitled Desire as a Conditioned Response. Because, again, if you read the chapter in the book, to her point, patriarchy creates this idea that men are valuable, are the prize. That's the ultimate goal. And because queerness is controlled through the lens of heteronormativity, in a sense, those who are feminine also feel like they have to fall into these roles too, as opposed to finding what uniquely works for us, since we are two men loving each other. Do you get what I'm saying? To where you have people try to follow these ideas and ways of being, but then when they do, and then they want to explore or get out the box, then motherfuckers get fucked up too. But again, it has conditioned all of us to desire masculinity. That's probably why, no shade, now that I think about it, certain individuals were so mad at me and saying that I dropped out of the race of men or whatever the case may be, because to them, they're like, why are you throwing away your power, bro? Like, you are a man. You're desirable in this world, and women should just give you shit and all this other type of stuff. But by you being gay, you literally forfeiting that, when in actuality, I'm literally throwing away the fake-ass script that y'all can't even prove that actually benefits life at all, girl. You can't talk about where the fuck it came from. You don't know where the fuck it came from. And you afraid of finding anything else. And some of you motherfuckers applied that shit to your life, and look how it worked out for some of y'all. I wonder if we open up the DL closet, girl, will we see some of you niggas in there? But let's go to the chapter here that talks about desire as a conditioned response, because again, we are conditioned in this society to be a certain type of way. They don't want diversity, equity, and inclusivity. They don't want any of that. They want control, and they want you to be conditioned to do it. So it reads, desire as conditioned response.
When boys are raised with the belief that men are the ultimate standard of success, strength, and validation, attraction to men, whether romantic, sexual, or social, becomes an inevitable outcome of this conditioning. This attraction is not solely about sexuality. It's deeply entwined with power dynamics, social hierarchies, and the construction of self-worth. Boys are taught that male approval is the gold standard, and this belief shapes their desires, driving them to seek validation from men, often at the cost of their own identity and emotional well-being. In this system, relationships are no longer seen as spaces for genuine connection, but rather as transactional exchanges where love, affection, and attention are only offered in exchange for conformity to male ideals, the DL culture, the closet. If you want my love, you want all my love and my, how's it go? In my emotion, dun, 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 right on the line, girl. If you want all of that, bring your ass in the closet in the darkness and let me not love you. Let me not give you affection. Let me not give you genuine attention, girl, but let me defile you. Let me infect you. Fuck affection, infection, and let me give you the attention that you don't deserve. The pressure to fulfill these ideals are often sacrificing one's own emotional needs, desires, and vulnerabilities in pursuit of male validation. This fosters a world where love is conditional, performance becomes paramount, and self-worth hinges on receiving approval from those in positions of perceived power. The prize mentality doesn't only harm women, it damages everyone involved. For men, it creates a vicious cycle where they feel pressured to embody hypermasculinity, suppressing their vulnerabilities and emotional needs in favor of maintaining power and status. For women, it enforces the belief that their value is contingent on securing male approval, leaving them trapped in roles that demand emotional labor and submission. And for queer men, it reinforces a hierarchy where their value is seen as lesser compared to straight masculinity, forcing them to seek validation from the very men who have been conditioned to view them as inferior. This system of conditioned desire perpetuates cycles of competition, inadequacy, and unfulfillment. It cultivates insecurity as individuals strive to measure up to unattainable ideals while neglecting their own needs for connection and emotional nourishment. Until we dismantle the myth that men hold the highest value and reject the false notion that male approval is the ultimate measure of worth, we will remain trapped in this toxic cycle only through rejecting these deeply ingrained social constructs. Can we begin to create a world where love, connection, and self-worth are not dependent on the approval of others, but are instead grounded in mutual respect and genuine self-acceptance?
So with that being said, and we're going to continue with this going forward with this clip with T.S. Madison, we have to learn to love ourselves, because the DL culture, as much as patriarchy has created this, the reason why it's so motherfucking powerful and it continues to happen is because we play into it. But we play into it as far as dealing and growing up as individuals who did not feel valued or worthy, who did not feel like they were worth it. Especially if you was a feminine boy with a feminine flair. And again, make sure y'all read that motherfucking book, bitches, in the description box below. Blame It on the Dress. That book is amazing. It literally maps all this shit out to where I'm sitting here like, oh my God, all this shit is true. Shout out to people who actually pay attention to queer people and use their own experiences and then compile them all together so that we can start looking at the common links. Now, if only the black community, the black heterosexual community, could operate that same way with us and collab with us on this. But we've been conditioned this way since we were children, and then we grow up in the world, and then we have these type of experiences where before, when we were younger, you were making fun of us and demonizing us and ostracizing us. But now that we're adults, and now that your balls done dropped, and now you've been told that you're a man, so you can stick your dick in anything as long as you're quiet about it, you'll be all right. Then now you want to come around and you want to fight. Now you want to come. Oh, now you want to come around with some bullshit. And I don't know if it's in our heads to where it's like, yeah, we about to get our vengeance. Because no shade. I had one bully. He was fine as hell, one of them bullies. I was like, girl, I was getting my ass beat by some niggas that were not attractive at all, girl. But when this one nigga was beating my ass, girl, I was like, okay, well, it's you. And you sitting on top of me, girl, so hey. And there was a point in time where I was like, girl, if this nigga ever ended up, like we connected again or saw each other at the gas station and he tried to talk to me or something like that, and he told me that he was sorry and shit, and he low-key was gay and he was a bottom girl, part of me said, girl, am I going to fuck all my frustration into this nigga, girl? I don't even have casual sex, girl, but if it's to get a bully back, bitch, my spirit might be like, girl, go ahead and handle that. Go ahead and get that real quick. Go ahead and get it. But again, it's that playing into that energy of individuals who don't value us. And because we have not been valued, and now here comes this thing again by proximity. Now we want to be connected to it, even though it's going to treat us like shit. even though it's going to deny who we are. And the only form of affection that you're going to get from this motherfucker is sex. And a lot of times, from what I'm hearing, the dick don't even be worth it, girl. So it'll be more emotional. It must be the money and it must be the emotion because it ain't your dick. There's some of these women tell me and these people tell me. But we play into it, which is why self-love is important. Because when you love yourself, you'll realize you deserve so much more. But there are some people, no shade, we just got to be so objective, girl. Because everybody gonna deal with accountability all across the motherfucking board. Everybody. Nobody is exempt from the shit. There are also some broken queer people, too, who have been hurt and used and abused, girl. Who end up manifesting somebody in their life who literally pushes them over the edge. And now that they're over the edge, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a damn about what the fuck going on. They don't care. That's why you need to be intentional with who you're having sex with. I keep telling y'all that. If you thinking with this and this motherfucker just too much to handle, girl, go beat him up. Girl, is somebody getting their ass whooped next door? Girl, I can't wait to move out this bitch. Anyway, just love yourself. We gonna get more into that. We gonna get more into that. But I want y'all to hear this clip from T.S. Madison. What else y'all saying? T for T says women are DL also. True. Spicy says reminds me of what Cherry the Boom did a while back. King Hannibal says 100%, 100 T for T, but women's sexuality isn't seen as serious, so they get a pass. Yeah, because from what I've heard and what I've been told, women are gonna be women, so they gonna do shit like that. Like, girl, fuck them. And again, patriarchy loves that shit because they can insert themselves in it. What's better than one piece of pussy? 2 pieces. Okay? Let me see. Selective homophobia. Queen Stevie, no weapon. We're gonna get her at the end. We're gonna get no weapon at the end in a minute. And please, again, make sure y'all hit that like button. Okay, we at 864. Kamari says, as a trans woman, things like this is why I keep to myself and I don't engage in activities like this. Exposing DL men or men in general as a black trans woman will get you harmed, and I do agree with that. That is the unfortunate reality. And then even when the individuals get harmed who don't expose or just happen to get exposed, but not because of the trans person, but because somebody else found the tea or they paid attention, or God forbid trade slip up, God forbid trade make mistake. And unfortunately, these men have the ability to be able, at least in the eyes of blackness, I don't know if they unalive queer people or trans women after their tea has been found, because that's a way of redeeming their masculinity card. Because you know how, as far as the commentary of the black community, you know how them fags are. You know how they do this shit. You know how they whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. Because again, when these individuals are unalived, here it is under the comment sections. Oh, that's what they get. Well, they shouldn't have been tricking. Well, that's what happened when you live your life in sin. One less individual going, they dead naming, they misgendering the shit. Well, your mama named you so-and-so, so I'm going to call you so-and-so. Like, girl. Anyway, let's get into Mother Madison and her commentary.
From last year of T.S. Madison speaking with Jason Lee wasn't about Aaliyah, but she spoke some truth in regards to another trans woman who outed rapper Kevin Gates.
We all play a part in the down low man. All of us. Let's do it. I'm gonna tell you how. You want me to break it down for you?
Start with my community. What do we do?
The gay community?
Yeah, we live for the trade and we protect their secrets.
All right. This is how we do it. One, the women won't allow space for them to open and have that conversation. Two, the guys won't tell the truth because the women won't allow them to have the space in those spaces.
And the community shames them.
And the community shames them. I met Kevin Gates at BET thing. I need to say this is important. I met Kevin Gates at the House of BET. There was a podcast that came out where a trans woman was on there saying Kevin Gates was and he
allegedly.
This what she said.
Yeah.
She didn't say no alleged. She said
No,
it.
for this show, because we don't want to get sued. We're gonna say
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But you can find the podcast where she said that shit. She said that I wore her out. I wore her out because she said that he was fucking, and she said, yeah, he was, and she was white, by the way. He was, and he's like, wait, it's not getting wet. And God, is this? He's like, is that a? It's like, no, I'm trans. You did all of that. This is what makes me angry. And they say I don't hold my community accountable. Oh no, I tore her up.
In her face, or this?
I tore her up.
Okay.
You did all of that on that podcast in this climate that we're in, where we already public enemy #1 because, bitch, they feel like women are feeling like that we are invading their space and taking something from them.
Taking their men from them.
And not just their men, but the spaces.
Yeah.
You do this and you further go into the stigma of that we don't tell nobody that what we are. We tricking men, and you go on the podcast and talk about this to a huge celebrity like Kevin Gates. I wore her out. I wore her out because this is not that. Don't do that. Mm-hmm. And you said that he did. You told him in the middle of y'all having sex that you were trans. I was angry with it. The blogs picked this up, and they put out because it's sensational. And you have just used you being a trans person as a weapon against this man. Now, I asked the question, are you a woman or are you what time do you be trans? Mm-hmm. Because why are you being sensationalizing you being trans now? Mm-hmm. When it has something to do with this man and which I don't believe. I wore her out. You know, Kevin Gates, I was at Hospital. Them girls came and they got me and they took me back there and Kevin Gates don't let nobody touch him.
Yeah.
Kevin Gates hugged me.
Because he saw the clip?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hugged me and said, you got good energy. And I like it. And you know, there was some trans people that you always defending the down. I'm not defending the down low man. I don't know that man's sexual. I've never touched that man. I don't know. Right. And I'm not defending him. What I'm trying to do is protect our stupid ass.
Right.
For you over there, you know the black blogs was gonna pick that stuff up, and you know we black people not ready.
After receiving support.
Now, before we go forward with that, I kind of want to touch on what Mother Maddie said, which, hearing from her perspective, especially with her experience, and again, anybody that has more information and knowledge than I do about certain things, I'm going to submit to their information. And again, she's been able to transform her life. So again, shout out to Mother Maddie, and I hope one day to smoke weed with this bitch. I know something gonna happen, girl, because she loves short people, and I'm a very good short person. I really am a good time, no shade, I am, especially when my ass is high. But anyway. To her point, yes. Again, as the book shared, and again, make sure y'all go buy Blame It on the Dress. Please go buy it. It is an awesome read. I'm not even done yet, and it's an awesome read. Again, because we've been conditioned in this way, society has already set this up. So as queer people and trans people are starting to make progress and strides, we know that in this system, the heterosexual community is looking for anything to sink their hooks, their fucking fingers, some of these motherfuckers fupas, sink something into the shit in order to stick it to the queer community. So in that context, as Kevin Gates was having sex with this trans woman and realizing that I guess some of the biological functions that happen with females did not happen, then she ended up telling Kevin Gates in the middle of sex. Now, no shade, and this is just me. And this is why people sit up here and say, well, why you gotta lead with your sexuality? Why you gotta lead with your gender identity and expression? So you saying you this before I'm black? Before you're black? Because you're black before you're this. You're black before you're queer. You're black before you're trans. You're black before this. But then when we tell you who we are second and let our blackness speak first, you come out the woodwork, and now you want to go ahead and move my blackness to the back and focus on the sexual orientation or gender identity and expression. You want to focus on that. So again, heterosexual people, y'all also got a part in this shit too. And queer people, We play a part in it because some of us keep that shit alive because we've also have not felt valued. Y'all, the way that my ass is already trying to come up with ideas about how I'm going to do a little bit of a review for this book, in my theatrical way, I'm giving y'all little snippets of what's to come. And the clips that I have, and if you have any clips, if you know anybody under the sound of my damn voice, if your ass have seen a clip of queerphobia, whether it's happening to children, whether it's happening to trans women, whether it's happening to queer people, please send them to me on Instagram. DM those videos to me, please. Because I'm trying to get a compilation together to help reinforce what Jay is talking about in the book. Again, blame it on the dress. It's amazing the way that this individual has been able to encapsulate all this stuff, which I shouldn't be surprised because, girl, this is not anything new, unfortunately. And I mean, when history repeats itself, how could it not be new? We got to find something new, which means we all have to do our part. And T.S. Madison did her part. So again, for the people out there who be talking about, oh, well, the trans community, y'all not holding them accountable. We're the people that's holding them accountable. Oh, y'all must not know about T.S. Madison. Y'all must not know about Hope Giselle. You must not know about other countless black trans women or trans women of color that be out here actually holding the community accountable. You don't know about individuals like CTV, like myself, like Reckless Logic, like Consciously, even though he's straight. You don't know these individuals that are holding their own community accountable because these individuals had to look in the mirror first before anything else. How can I talk about the speck of dust in your eye when I got this big fucking tree trunk coming out of mine? Clean around your own backyard and your own front door before you start trying to help anybody else. Which is why, again, self-love is important. Because at the end of the day, only you are responsible for your soul's salvation. Nobody else. I'm responsible for BubzDaGawd. Nobody else. And at first, when you don't come from a place or understanding of self-love and worth, you'll be so used to try to get attention from everybody else to where you will be desperate for them. And when you do that, you give your power away. And then when we look back over our lives, we wonder why we allowed so many people to walk over us. And I even say we because I have done that as well. Again, I have shared journal entries about my failed attempts at romantic experiences. Girl, so depressing. I was laughing at myself when I was reading it now that I'm in a better place. But that's the power of self-love and healing, and the queer community definitely needs to heal. I keep telling y'all, accountability is coming for everybody. Put blood on your doorpost, or in the words of Andrew Cardwella, put some blood on your doorpost, okay? You wanted it, and you got it. You wanted it, and you got it. So love yourself and love yourself today. But let's finish up the video.
Backlash and death threats in her comment section. Aaliyah, who has over 25,000 followers across her social media accounts, limited her comments and posted the following message to her Facebook. It was never about exposing. I used to try to look out for my homegirls, so I thought we would keep confusion down by knowing who each other mess with. Ultimately,
pause. In a sense, I can understand that because if trans women and a lot of queer people unfortunately have to resort to sex survival work in order to live because they can't get a job, thanks Trump, because they're being discriminated against in all aspects and manners of basic necessities, thanks Trump, they're going to have to end up doing something, which means now they're using their bodies. And at least they created a list of niggas to know who to look out for. To say, hey, this nigga right here, he cool, he got money, he a good time. This nigga over here crazy. Do not talk to him. He'll choke your ass, he'll rob and kill. Sometimes that's good. But I think what happened is that, again, because there is also ego and brokenness within the queer community, there are some individuals in the trans community, if we're interpreted in this way, who decided to be public about something that was only supposed to be in the inner circles of this sex survival situation. Now, I'm not saying that she's doing that, because we can even take it out the realm of sex survival, if we want to be honest. Even in the realm of dating, or who to fuck around on, or which nigga is cool with the girls. And then on top of that, let's be real. There'll be women all the time, cisgendered females, girl, that will sit around with their homegirls and talk about all the dick they had and what dick was trash, girl, what dick was good. Girl, this nigga over here was trash. Niggas do it all the time in the barbershops. Off and online, girl, talking about this bitch they fuck, girl. There's been plenty of times I used to get my hair cut, girl, and a nigga was married, girl, and cheating on his damn wife, girl. Talking about the bitch came in after the shit, sucked him in the damn chair and shit, and I'm like, girl. But then when some gay shit happened, girl, now all of a sudden you Holy Ghost enforcer, bitch. The fuck? But also, again, if we're gonna go with this narrative, the fact that she wanted to be messy, if you will, again, going with the narrative, again, speculation here. Well, let's see, which one of your niggas, girl? I don't know, somebody pissed her off, girl, and she was like, girl, let me just do this real quick. But then this started something. But no shade, because all things work for our good if we can see it. This opens up a possibility for us to have greater conversations of healing so that we can stop with all this bullshit. And let's not act like the heterosexual community, girl. A lot of individuals, especially in the black community, girl, do not do their due deals in their research, girl. They go to TikTok and get their shit in 30-second clips, 60-second clips, but don't go forward to evaluate and try to be informed about it. I mean, have we not forgotten about a trans woman who was saying that women aren't the only one that gatekeep periods, that there are trans men who have periods? But they removed the trans men part and this used that viral clip, girl, because they knew that it would generate money and views, because some people are just so driven by fucking mess that that's what keeps the world fucking going. And you wonder why the world is in a mess today now. Because that's how we operate, unfortunately. Good. Let's continue.
This is an incredibly dangerous game. If my trans sister ever did something like this, though I know she never would, we would have serious issues. Aaliyah now has countless men in Houston, dating all the way back to 2019, who might be seeking retaliation. Some of those men barely exchanged words with her. Some simply said hello. Even if a few of them had wronged her, that doesn't justify weaponizing her identity or allegedly exposing them all. This is where accountability within the trans community becomes critical. We have to be able to call each other in, not just out, because this is not okay. It's also disheartening to see some cisgender women in Houston praising her while simultaneously misgendering her. That's not support. That's opportunism. They aren't concerned with trans rights. They just want to know if the men in their lives are on the list so they can use that information against them. But here's the thing. Aaliyah isn't the only trans woman in Houston. And while she's beautiful, she isn't every man's type. So your father, cousin, brother, son, or nephew may not be in her DMs, but they could be in someone else's. This whole situation in the end feels futile. I truly hope this begins and ends here, because the last thing we need is more black trans women who are already being targeted and harmed in cities across the country, engaging in something that could put them at even greater risk. This isn't pushing the movement forward, and it's certainly not cute. We've all had our encounters with down low men, and while the pain, the lies, the secrecy, and the manipulation can be incredibly difficult to navigate, the solution is not exposure. If you're tired of being hidden, if it hurts to be someone's secret, then stop dating down low men. It's that simple. Most of the time, you can tell within the first few minutes of conversation. So the real question becomes, what are we doing and why?
If you can't take no more, say no, 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 no. Let's go, let's go, let's go,
Hit it, cat around. Sorry. Hope I didn't blow your eardrums out. Okay. And I agree. If you can't take any more DO men, stop engaging with them. And yes, no shade. Just like with the goddamn trap culture, girl. You can go out there and play that game if you want to, girl, with your damn life. But again, that's why I say self-love is important. I'm going to read this last little excerpt again from Blame It on the Dress, the manufacturing of black homophobia and performative masculinity. Again, if you want to buy this book, the link for it is in the description box below. Go ahead and do y'all big one, okay? Make sure y'all support Jay, because Jay really be doing the girl. He gonna start giving, I think from what I hear, certain type of basic legal advice. So again, for the queer people and the black people, I think you might want to go ahead and get into what he got to say, because he does his big one. But this one here talks about the contradiction of glorification and shame, okay? I'm going to get my voice together and we're going to go ahead and finish up.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 in this bitch. Can you hear me? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me back there? The black community cannot continue to glorify men while simultaneously shaming boys who internalize that same glorification as desire. From an early age, all members of the community are taught that men are the highest standard of power, of desirability, and validation. Boys grow up watching their mothers, sisters, and peers center their lives around men, making sacrifices for them, prioritizing their needs, and seeking their approval. They see how straight men are revered, how their attention is considered a prize, and how their presence is treated as inherently valuable, regardless of effort. Yet, when some of these boys begin to develop attraction toward men, whether romantic, sexual, or social, that same community that taught them to idolize men now turns against them. They are ridiculed for desire that was conditioned into them, shamed for responding to the very hierarchy they were raised to believe in. Lord, they are ridiculed for desire that was conditioned into them, shamed for responding to the very hierarchy they were raised to believe in. Girl, you know how many times I be recording shit, girl, and having a fuck cut. Go back, shit. Say it again. If men are the highest objects of desire, then why is it acceptable for women to seek their validation, but unacceptable for queer men or queer community to do the same? The contradiction is never acknowledged. Instead, black gay men are made to feel as though their attraction is unnatural, perverse, or a betrayal of their masculinity. This contradiction fractures identities. Black gay men must navigate a world that consistently affirms men's superiority, while simultaneously punishing them for desiring men. They are expected to either suppress their attractions entirely, or frame it in a way that is more palatable, perhaps through hypermasculinity, secrecy, the DL community, or by positioning themselves in roles that align with patriarchal values. They are told that their love, their attraction, and their very existence falls outside of what is acceptable within the community. Meanwhile, black women are allowed, even encouraged, to build their self-worth around securing a man's love and approval. They are socialized to believe that a man choosing them is the ultimate validation of their desirability and worth. But black gay men, who have absorbed the same messages about men's value, are denied the space to seek that same validation without ridicule or rejection. This selective enforcement of the prize mentality reveals its true purpose: to uphold patriarchy, not to foster genuine love or connection. Until the black community reckons with this hypocrisy, queer black men will continue to be shamed for simply responding to the values they were raised with. The issue is not that black gay men desire men. It is that they are punished for following the very framework that the community has built around masculinity. If men are the prize, then why is it shameful for some of us to want them? The community cannot have it both ways. Either we dismantle the prize mentality altogether, or we acknowledge that its consequences affect us all, queer and straight alike.
So yeah, that was it, y'all. How did y'all like that little presentation thing? Again, that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing in reference to my edited reviews for Blame It on the Dress. Please make sure y'all buy that book. I need for niggas to read more. If you a nigga, read, okay? And I suggest that book there. Let me get my other music together, girl, because we on the way out. We are under 2 hours, and I like that. Because unfortunately, people's fucking attention spans is too goddamn slow for certain damn things. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Get my music up, bitch. Okay, we done with this other ethereal, eerie ass shit, girl. Cut you down. All right, now we are back. We is back. We is back. Let me look at some of y'all comments. all right. We is back. We is back. We is back. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see. Oh, Deshaun, you here? You gonna have to rewind it to the beginning, girl. I'm about to have your ass like them niggas on Scary Movie 1 and 2, girl. Remember when old girl was trying to fuck them and shit, or try to grab their dick, girl, and had their ass against the wall and shit? Yeah, get ready. Get ready, Ricky, ready. Let me see. Queen Stevie says, it is so dangerous. That's what happened with Ty Underwood. Misgendered dead name get in the comments of the Shade Room, wherever there's a story about us being posted. And the transphobia and homophobia just jumps out. I agree with everything that Mother Maddie said. I love her, and I love her too. Mother Madison is dope as the fuck. Okay. DL is literally a phenomenon. There's a huge obsession with it. I'm not speaking for trans women when I say this, but I think a lot of the frustration also comes in when white trans women do these types of things publicly, only for black trans women to get the heat. And no shade, that's also been a situation that has happened a lot that even T.S. Madison, again, Mother Maddie, has spoke about as well. So again, all this makes sense. Again, this is all amalgamated. Like there's a lot going on here that I think we need to really talk about. And that's why we need as many hands and many minds on deck, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to really work through this shit. Which is why, again, for me as a cisgender queer man, same gender loving man, I want to learn more about my community. I want to learn more about the L, the B, the T, the Q, whatever the case may be, because again, y'all are human beings. And I don't know, maybe it's because I've watched a lot of documentaries and shit about life outside of America, girl, that you start to see some places where they do honor humanity. I just watched a documentary last night entitled Where to Invade Next, a Michael Moore documentary. And it was just crazy how other countries are literally living their best lives, girl, and they're actually having their humanity honored and valued. Meanwhile, here in America, whenever your ass try to honor humanity, we fight against it. Again, that's something that we've been conditioned to do, and we got to break out of that conditioning. And one way to break out of that conditioning is to read Blame It on the Dress, okay? Baby, that book is giving me my everlasting life. Let me see. Minding the business that pays you is all we're saying. Stop worrying about other people. T for T said, there's another double standard. Trans man. A tongue-tied Bubs. Yep, baby. Sometimes my tongue be doing other shit, girl, and it just don't work when I'm speaking either. Hey, man. Deshaun says, did you hear about the transgender that actually exposed all the dudes? See, that's what we just talked about. Sean, you gonna have to hit that replay button, pimp, and no shade. I'm telling you, it's the year of the Aquarius, girl, age of Aquarius, which means love your damn self. Love yourself, because anything that you hide or use to try to hide your shit it's gonna fuck you up. So it's best that you just love your damn self. Just do that, Pepe. Just love you. Know that you're worth it. When you know that you're worth it, girl, you'll stop doing the things that you used to do that was dangerous, girl. No shade. And then the universe will send you somebody who will honor you, girl. And we need to know if your ass ready for that. Deshaun says, oh my God, his voice. Let me put the gay voice on, girl.
His voice. When he sings, he makes me melt like a popsicle on the 4th of July. He's awfully romantical.
Girl, they used to be me and my sister movie, bitch. Okay, motherfucking Little Rascals. I need for you to have the Jigsaw voice next time. Oh, Lord. Y'all like the Jigsaw voice?
Let's play a game. It don't sound right. It don't sound right.
Girl, it don't sound right. Yeah, I had the ski mask on. I came in like Trade. I came in like DL. That's why I'm dressed the way I am, girl. No shade. No shade. Oh my God, his voice was so... Girl. Girl, what is this oil that you grabbing? Girl, just Crisco? I keep telling y'all, girl. Deshaun trying to be on some damn Hansel and Gretel shit with me, girl. Throw me in the oven, girl. And cook up and eat a leprechaun, girl. It's not gonna give you powers. You will never get, girl. Y'all cannot steal me my lucky pot, me charms, me lucky part of gold. You can't steal it from me. What you cooking, T for T? Oh, you was watching CTV? He was live? Shout out to him. Kamari says, I agree with you. However, I say this respectfully. It's so sad that white trans women can get away with things like that, but no black trans women cannot. It's so sad, and we got to change that narrative. Start cussing them hoes out. T.S. Madison be cussing them hoes out. I'm so mad. There used to be a video a long time ago that T.S. Madison had on her shit, where I think this is back when she was the BDB. And for those of you who know what the BDB is, you know what's going on. She had just won this adult entertainer, trans entertainer of the year award. And she was the only black woman in the category. There were like Latino women and white women in the category. So she was the only black woman and dark-skinned woman there. So of course they was talking shit, girl. She came home, girl, and sat in her motherfucking studio, bitch. She had her motherfucking award, girl, sitting there on the table, bitch. Like this, girl. And I remember she was playing Vesta Williams. Congratulations. Congratulations. Playing all that, girl. That's when I fell in love with that damn song. After that happened, girl, sitting there with her shit, because again, she was manifesting, girl. She put her award there, girl, and now she got a damn Emmy and damn Oscar and all that other shit. She got it right there. Shout out to her. But she sat there with her shit and she read them white trans women for filth. She read them so bad. I was like, girl, maybe your channel being deleted is God working for your favor, girl, because they could sit here and say that your ass is transphobic, girl, because the way you was reading the fuck out them white women, but I mean, at the end of the day, girl, she do the same thing with with Caitlyn Jenner. Hi guys. Hi. Oh my God, did they survive? Hi guys. Hi. So, I mean, hey, girl, call them out. Just like I'm glad that Boss Man is calling out heterosexual niggas, girl. And if you want to watch Boss Man call out heterosexual niggas, girl, you can check him out tonight at 9:45, girl. I got to get off, girl, because he's going to go live soon. On his platform, The Objectivist Podcast, girl. I already shared it on my community tab, girl. Go over there and sound off in the comments, girl. Let the people know that you are in the building, okay? So, again, shout out to him. Oh, you're off topic, but did you see the clip of the day Pope Francis died? They were wearing almost a KK Klan type of hoodie, girl. No, I did not see that. I did not see that, girl. What's going on, Kenneth? Kenneth says you definitely have to love yourself, period. If you don't love yourself, then you won't be happy at life. I mean, at all in life. Exactly. You have to love yourself, because you got to include you. That's what I'm learning to do. Like, the fuck, I'm 5'2". The fuck that mean, girl? It's a show now. I think it's called Jay and Pamela, girl. They got they shit going on, girl, and living their best damn life. And no shade, that one dude kind of looked kind of cute or whatever. Because any motherfucking nigga that got a big old nigga nose, it just There's something attractive about a man that has a big old nigga nose, girl. Now, just because you have a big ass nigga nose don't mean I'm attracted to you in per se. Because what's his name was cute in the face with his little cute face ass. But it's something about a nigga nose, girl. Just big old mutumbo, ikurubu hande hera nose, girl. Who's going to pay for this? That's what I like. Come on, BubzDaTrade. I hate being BubzDaTrade. I want to be BubzDaGawd, girl. BubzDaGawd would be sitting in some loose shit, girl, being comfortable. BubzDaGawd would be sitting on this live with this damn pink ass hoodie, girl. Smiling. Girl, all type of shit, girl. Just high as hell. Harold says that's because they don't get held accountable in the way that they should. Black trans women are not y'all heifer scapegoats. Stop whipping these bitches' asses too. See if they white privilege gonna work for them in that case, in that encounter. No, Deshaun wants to steal your pot of gold. You won't get it. Y'all ever seen Leprechaun in the Hood, girl? I got motherfuckers on standby, bitch. That's one thing I can't play with, girl. I would laugh at Kiki with you, girl, but when you start trying to take my goddamn pot of gold, girl, that's when we have a problem. Chicken and roasted tomato Alfredo. That sounds so damn good right now, especially with the munchies kicking in. If you want to donate to my pot of gold, you can definitely hit me up in the Cash App, $BubzDaGawd. Yes. Add to the coinage, the pot of gold, girl. I'm gonna probably start saying that, girl. You wanna put something in me, pot of gold, girl? I mean, like I said, his voice, girl. Put the voice on. Whenever Deshaun starts talking about my voice, girl, this is what we gonna do.
I mean, like I said, his voice is so freaky. A sound wave that makes love to your ears. It's like he's grinding up against you by whispering in your ear. Do you like that? And you will reply, yes, I do. Not you sound like them nasty ass stories I be reading on Reddit. And also, by the way, I'm low-key thinking about uploading those videos to like fucking Pornhub or something, or finding some adult website, girl, and maybe upload it there, because YouTube be on some bull-ish, girl. And when he whispers in your ear, do you like it deep? And then you will say, yes, I do. I really do. Go deeper, go deeper, deeper into my consciousness. Not consciousness, consciousness. Deshaun, you are so silly. Not you want to eat his pot of gold. I get it. They're magically delicious. I'm telling you, his voice is something else. It's like an advertisement, and right now, Conscious TV is actually doing a lot about sex right now. He's advertising. And what? Girl, Conscious TV talking about sex? Bitch, what is going on? Hold on. Let me check and see what's going on. This nigga live, girl? Oh, he is. Oh, okay. I thought he wasn't live. Okay. So freaky ass. Your nasty ass. You nasty. Let me see. 5'2" king. Yes, I am. I am 5'2". And that don't mean a damn thing. I got a ladder right now. I keep all type of step stools and shit around me. Okay? I'm gonna find what. Don't you climb trees? I sure do, girl. Baby. And as one individual said, girl, when we laying down, girl, we all the same height then, baby. 5'2", and the way I show up, you would think I'd be 6'6". Welcome to all the new faces around these parts. Not Vesta Williams, congratulations. Bell pepper shaped ass Michael Jackson nigga nose, girl. That motherfucking 1978 Blackula ass nose, girl. That fucking Pam Grier nose, girl. Just big old Mutombo nose, girl. Girl, he can't smoke weed with me, girl. One blunt, girl, go up with the whole nostril, girl. Don't be trying to steal my shit. And yes, make sure y'all donate to the Short Stack Revolution. Okay, girl, we are at 2 hours. Let me go ahead and get off of this. No shade.
Let me go ahead and go and get off this. Anyway, I want to thank y'all so much for joining me for this live. I really appreciate it. Shout out to one of my supporters, Aries, for sending this to me. We was talking about it earlier today. And I was like, I wanted to go live about something. I didn't know what I wanted to go live about, but I decided to go live about this. I'm low-key really want to work on editing or creating a review for this book, because this book is just so fucking dope. Like, I'm trying to wait till I completely finish it. So I got like, I think I'm on chapter, what chapter am I on now? I am on chapter 6. And I'm on page 128 of 210 pages, girl. So I'm halfway through the shit. So I'm trying to wait until I finish reading that before I go ahead and get to my editing shit. So y'all may not see a review from me or like a trailer or anything until like maybe the end of this month or possibly in May. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it all out. But yeah. I want to say thank y'all for joining me for this live. I really appreciate it. If you can, please make sure you hit that like button. Okay, we are at 864, and by you liking, it helps this channel to get in the algorithms and introduce me to some people who may need to hear or see a leprechaun in real life. So by you doing that, it really helps me. So thank you. And we are growing together. Again, we're at 864 on the road to 1K. If you like the vibe over here on BubzDaGawd, please make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all of my content, both live and edited. I love OBS so much. It's so much shit. Don't worry, y'all. Like, I'm just continuing to improve. So the more that we grow, the more my shit will improve. And when you watch BubzDaGawd, baby, you will see continual manifestations and miracles low-key happen, girl, because a nigga's upgrading, girl. No shade. And I'm low-key preparing myself for it. So I'm just grateful for that. And if you want to join that journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? If there's anything I said in this live that kind of sticks out to you, or something that you would like to commentate on, whether you agree, disagree, if you want to read me, girl, if you want to sit over here and talk about me, girl, I don't give a fuck, girl. Just make sure you tag me at BubzDaGawd so I know that it's real, bitch. Because if you're going to say some shit about me, ho, at least tag me. Because, girl, when I talk shit on my platform, girl, I tag motherfuckers and let them know what's going on. Okay? And if you feel compelled, again, you can donate, okay, to the Short Stack Revolution or me, Pots of Gold, girl, $BubzDaGawd. We take everything that jingles, fold, and in between. Shout out to Kenneth Tooks in the building. Glad to have you here and hope to see you back. Hope to see you again. You're great at what you do. Thank you so much. And I'm just growing and evolving, girl. I had an amazing teacher, girl. So, you know, I'm doing what I can, girl. Shout out to Boy Crazy in the building. Shout out to my girl Kiki. Do you love me? Shout out to you. Good to see you here, and I can't wait till you bring your ass on YouTube, because once you do, I definitely need you on some panels, girl. I need you to come back and talk, especially since we dealing with the trauma administration. Fuck Trump trauma administration. I definitely want to hear your viewpoints, especially with you also being someone who I believe lives in the South. So I definitely want to hear your perspective. Shout out to, again, the Objectivist Girl podcast with Boss Man. Make sure y'all go ahead and check him out tonight at 9:45. We will be in the building, and I would love to see you guys over there as well. Make sure that you subscribe. Shout out to T for T in the building. Make sure that y'all subscribe to him as well, and check out the latest live we did. We had somebody special come up, girl. So if you make it through the 6 hours, girl, at the end, it's going to be a little delightful treat for you, girl. So again, y'all go ahead and watch for that Easter egg, okay? No shade. Shout out to Queen Stevie in the building. It's always glad to have her when she's awake and when she's not. Shout out to King Harold in the building. Glad to have you here. Shout out to King Hannibal in the building, who I just found out today was bi. I was thinking this individual was heterosexual, girl. See, you got to tell me what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If not, I'm just going to assume that you're straight. No shade. What else we got? I think that was everybody who came in. I think we said Deshaun, right? Shout out to King Deshaun, okay? And are you in the shower now, girl? We got Queen Spicy. Shout out to Queen Spicy as always. I appreciate y'all so much. That's as far as I can go. I want to thank y'all so much for rocking with me on this live. And until next time, everybody, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday. And for some of y'all, I'll be seeing y'all in Boss Man's chat in a few. Peace.
I can be anything I choose in this round. We are a sound vibration too deep to tell. Just so you know, I'm the best in the motherfucking world.
formed against me shall prosper. Oh, it won't work. No weapon formed against me. Give me that ad lib again. No weapon. One more time. No weapon. One more time. No weapon. Bitch. Who the fuck y'all hoes? Okay, the facts are back. So who the fuck y'all hoes think it was, bitch, or what time of day it was? Okay. You gotta understand that this is a community-based project. We're not getting any funding from the government. I seen bitches out there talking about, wait till Trump hears about this. Trump can suck my dick.
And that's on period to the period.